Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to part 2 of this Take 3 Envelopes episode. I split it into 2 because we got quite a lot done, didn't we, in part 1. I was thinking in the beginning that it might go up to even 3 parts, but I'm sure we'll get this finished in this part because there's not a load to do really. Obviously it's got to have things to go in it, but we'll do that afterwards because I've decided I will do an altered notebook that will fit in here, so that it's a start to finish project and not just a little bit. So I said last time I wanted to add some fabrics and things. I wanted to add little bits and bobs. Now I've cut these out of Lisa's paper, who I shall link below because her paper's just wonderful. I've got some little bits from napkins sent to me from my dear friend Sue. Hello sweetie. I've got these little flowers I cut out, like they're little clusters of flowers, from tissue that the first ever Happy Mail I ever received was from, and it was from my dear friend Amy. Hello my darling, if you're here. And yeah, I've kept it ever since, but I thought I could use a couple of little bits, so I cut out some little flowers. And then this doily was from Tanya, Tatty Treasures. Hello sweetheart, I love ya. And this was white, but I dyed it pink. And then these was from June on a big piece of what you would like to sew. It was like in a V, so I would assume like what you would make like a top, like with stuff on, you know. But I've been cutting bits off and using them like that. So it really is a group effort, isn't it, today? I've got a bit from everybody. And I thought I'd put paper doily as well as one of that real doily. Well, they're all real, aren't they? But like the crocheted doily. So I just want to colour this a bit. Oh, that was lucky. I picked it out the first time. I was thinking I'd have to be rummaging. But I just thought we'll get some ink on here. And then we can just start attaching things. And I said last time I want this to be really sturdy, so I will be going over the most of it, I think, with glue. And it's just my like Mod Podge, but not. It's just PVA and water that I top up with either one or the other as I go along, so it's always full. And it was originally in a Mod Podge pot, but yeah, over the years I've just been topping it up and topping it up, and it's never failed me. It works just fine with everything, all my projects. Because Mod Podge, let's face it, is quite expensive, isn't it? So yeah, that's just my little PVA and water, and it works just fine. And I'm just adding a bit of this silver grey just in little spots around the edge. And yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that. I might do a little swirl or two in the middle. Right, there we go. I'm happy with that. And then once we've glued it on, I'll see where, if we need to put any more ink once it's on. Right, so I was going to go over here with this one, and I'm wrapping it around. Oh, so I want to come up a bit because I don't want to cover that part of the flower. I was thinking maybe of using these as the centres of the flowers, but I've not decided on that properly yet, so we'll see when we come to it. Right, let's get that, just seeing where it's going to be sitting. Right, And yeah, we've not got a right lot to do. I know I've got all them bits there, but that ain't going to take long at all, gluing bits on. And then I want to add trims once it's all been glued. Especially I want some trim going across the top of each bit to reinforce it and to make it look lovely, and for the pockets to stand out a little bit, because at the minute it's all like they're all covered and joined together and that, and so they don't really stand out, but that's how I want it. But yeah, I just want little bits to sort of pick out the tops, and it will reinforce it. Right, so before I start drying, I'll add at least a couple of pieces of bits. I think we'll have a bit of this sheet music napkin up here. Right. Yeah, I like that. Oh, it's lovely. I don't just like it, I love it. And we'll have another bit of this going across here, I think, somewhere. Yeah. And I won't do too many, because then I'll start sticking myself to the table when well, not myself, I'll start sticking this to the table. Right, I might just add, no, I'm going to quickly dry these off and then we'll be right back. Yep, I'm very happy with them. So over here we'll have some more sheet music first. And a nice bit there. And then once we've got these down and a couple more of the flowers, then I'm going to add butterflies. Right, I think I want a bit going across that napkin, that doily rather, just there. Right. Yeah, I'm happy with them. And we'll have a flower here. Right. And another one up here. Oh, that's it. Right, and then in this big space here, I'm going to put a butterfly. Right. And then another butterfly overlapping that music there, and then I've got a smaller one. Oh, now I'm going to pop there. Oh, but not like that. Right, I'll give these a dry and then we'll probably flip over. Right, I don't know how long I was sticking things on for, rattling off things, and my camera, I need to do something about the clamp, because my camera, the thread has sort of worn away, where I've been using the same thing since I started, and it had felt like slid down and was pointing at the wall. So yeah, I don't know how long I was rattling on to myself, but I've just put butterflies and some flowers in various positions, and I'm just quickly going to dry these off. Sorry about that. Right, that is now dry and I am happy with how that looks. And now we're going to add some trims. And I was just peeking to see if the camera is actually looking at where I'm filming. So I'm just going to check again. Oh, yes. Because I didn't see properly the first time, because I was trying to stand on tippy toes and I was struggling. Right, so I've got this gorgeous trim that I just got from my friends at Ikea. And in the beginning I was thinking, oh, these are going to be like pink, but I'm thinking now that I want to just go with the black, because it stands out and it's got that gorgeous diamante running throughout, and I just think it's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous trim. And like I said, it's from my dear friends Heka. And hello sweetheart, if you're watching. I know you're busy, so she's probably not, because she's a very busy lady. But the reason she's so busy is because she's always stocking her shop with the most fabulous stuff. And I know you've all seen me use her bright blingy stuff for my boho journals and that, but and projects. But she also does a fabulous line in other trims and fringes, lace, all sorts, buttons and charms and whatnot. She tassels, you name it. Lately she's got it. She's really branched out and started like stocking stuff to suit every project in every style. Oh, and I've just got glue on that bit of velvet, and as you probably know, if you're like me, glue and velvet ain't mates, are they? It sort of eats it a little bit. So I've got to make sure that the bit I pick it up with, I ain't got none on my fingers that's wet, right, which I haven't. So we'll start again, and I'll just have to cut that little end bit off. Luckily it was just at the end. Right, a little tiny bit there, but that's it. It's just a little dry blob. Right, we'll cut that off. And right, coming round and gonna do the back bit. Right. And the back bit dips a bit because of being the bit where the flap goes on a normal envelope, but you won't see that little dip now because ta-da, it's all covered up. Right. And any little bits that stick to me velvet now, I know I'm not gluey, so they will brush off, because that's probably just little bits of brushed off dried glue and whatnot that has landed on here. Right, so that is looking lovely already. I love it. This trim is absolutely fabulous. And right, I'm going to cut it before. I know that's a bit of a mental one, but it'll be easier for me. Right, so that's picking out that pocket there. So I'll go over with the glue. Oh, there we go. And I was thinking of maybe using some of a black trim, like fringe, down at the bottom of our pouch, just to tie it all in, you know. But I'm well happy with how this is turning out so far. And yeah, we're speeding through this second half, aren't we? Because obviously the longest bit is all the layers and layers of decoupage, and I did that without cutting the width I want, which is there. Oh, I've done that a bit wonky. Let's go again. Just right, hopefully it's not too short now. No, perfect. Right. Oh, now I love that. I absolutely love it. and so I'm just making sure that they don't stick, because that one was starting to, wasn't it? Did you hear it? But right, I really love it so far. So down here I was thinking I've just got some black trim, black fringing rather, from Zakia. I'm going to link her shop down below because she's such a dear friend to me, and just a lovely person. She's got the kindest and like friendliest soul and heart that you could ever choose a person to have. Oh, I didn't need it that deep. Right, what I was thinking, I'm going to attach this and then go round with the trim, with the fringing, and so this will be hanging down, protruding between the fringe. So I better grab some of the fringing that I'm going to use. Oh, I'm getting myself confused because I've got a few different ones, but no, I was just going to go with this plain black, like that, all around, and you see that will just be poking out from the bottom. Now let me hold it up and just see for a little minute, is that what I want to do? Right, so it would look like that, or it looked like that. No, I'm not going to do that, because when I looked at it in real life and not just in my little brain, it didn't look as good. That's what I thought it would. But we'll have that going round. Oh, and I've just thought what will make it good. So let's get cracking. And I don't want to come up too high, because I don't want to cover up my butterfly and all my other gorgeousness that is already on. So just get rid of that string. We're just making sure I've got it right side up, which I have, and we just come to there. So you're just losing a little bit of the butterfly there, but nothing dramatic. Right, let's flip it over, and right, get myself positioned, because I've got a twist now that I've, right, and I've got to be quick off the mark now with my glue. Right, there we go. And oh, being careful not to get the rest of it gluey that I'm not sticking on. I tell you what, I don't want to speak too soon, right? But we've been pretty much calamity free for this episode, part 1 and 2, haven't we? When you think what normal, sometimes what a car crash I can make of it. But, and isn't that beautiful? She's got this in loads, about, I think it's, can't remember if it's 9 colours or 12 colours, something like that, and that's just that one thing, this fringing. But yeah, she's got it in loads of colours and that, which is fabulous. I've just got white, black and silver, and they're for the project that is coming up with a new kit that I've been working on. But I shall tell you why I got them when I'm doing them. Right, so this is just an offcut of this, and that was my little idea I had while I was sticking. And am I going to make it without having to cut any more off? I think I am. Right, that's going a bit up there. Right. That's handy, isn't it? I don't even need to cut any more off. Right, just straighten that. Oh, excuse me. Right, I do apologise for having to stop for my phone. I didn't hang about. It was Jamie. I said I'll ring him back, because I don't want to lose me flow. Do you know what I mean? When I'm doing all right. And yeah, we haven't really had calamities. Like sometimes I have them on an epic scale, all in one project or all in one video. Dropping things, knocking things over, nearly set himself on fire. But we haven't had any of them, have we? So I'm quite proud of myself really, because I can be scatterbrained sometimes. Which you know, if you've been with me a little while, because you've seen me being a scatterbrain over and over again. But as long as I can laugh at myself, which I often do, I'm just grabbing a wet wipe because I've got a bit of stray glue that I do not want gluing my lovely fringe together. Right, that's it. Because ain't it beautiful, this fringing? And it's so soft, and like I said, she's got it in multiple colours, so it's perfect for so many projects. And right, I'm just a bit gluey now, and I've got all the trim sticking to the glue on me, sorry. Right, yeah, that bit, actually there's still another bit. Once it dries it'll be alright, but I just don't want that bit glued together. Right, I spoke too soon, didn't I, about no calamities, but this is just a little blob of glue there that will pick off. Right, I just stopped to pick that little bit off because I didn't want to be fixated on it. Right, we're near enough done. What I wanted to do is, now it's nice and sturdy, is maybe attach a real doily like that, so it would cover up. Was it covering? No, it's not covering any butterflies, it's just covering that flower that I glued on there, that little cluster. I'm pulling it over that way like that so that it don't cover up these butterflies, because I like them like that. But yeah, I think adding like a few more layers like this, fabric pieces like these doilies, and the other little bits will just make it that little bit more sturdier. And I've got something else that I want to do at the top. Right, make sure I've got a lot of glue, and I'll just go round the doily rather than trying to guess where I'm supposed to be going. And right, then just flip that over like that. Right, and give it a squeeze. I am going to get myself all glued up, which I don't want to, so I'm going to quickly wipe my hands. And right, what else did I want to do? I had these, didn't I? I was thinking maybe using them as like my centre of a flower, but I don't want to. I think I might have one up here. And right, let's just see if I have the smaller one there. Where would the big one go? Over here. That could possibly go there, over that bit. Yeah, right. We'll do that. So I'm going to have one here. And somewhere, there it is. Right, I've got this, which pulls off to be like curly eyelash trim. And I thought if I cut some off and wrap it around, it can be coming out from underneath if I get the size of the circle right, like that-ish. round about that kind of size. Right. And I'm going to go round twice. That's it. Right. And I'm going to position it like that. So let's grab my glue. I think I'm going to do it all in one like bump, because otherwise I'll get all my eyelash trim glued up where I don't want it glued, in the wrong position. So hang on, I've got to get the lid on this because it's the end of the glue, and you know it's got a mind of its own, innit? Right, so that will be like that. Yep, I like that. And I think I want something in the middle, so I might cut a bit of that. Just give it a little trim, so it's not going to be so bulky there, because I'm going to add one of them little resin flowers that I've got. There we are. We'll have a little one of these, and then we'll pop it in the middle and it will look fabulous. I just want that glued under there, so I'll just get a little bit, pop that glue there and then push that down, and that should stay where I want it. And then pop that in there. Yep, I like that. I'm happy with that. Right, and now I want to do the same on the other side. Right. Just push it down everywhere, making sure it's adhered properly. I've got hairy fingers now. With all the little fibres sticking to me. Yes, I like that a lot. So over here I was going to have this one down the bottom, and then it'll be coming down like that. So I've got to go a lot bigger this time with my eyelash trim, like that. Perfect, that was just the right size, wasn't it? Right, so it'll be roughly like that. Ooh. And but under. Right, where's my glue? And it's going to go here, and it'll just be slightly overlapping that bit there. Oh, no. Right, I don't think that's quite big enough, but I'm going to go around the back here, trying not to get the eyelash trim all stuck up to the eyeballs and myself, but just so that we know what we're doing. Right, that's it. Oh, and the glue, I forgot the glue to put the lid on, so it's all starting to go astray. Oh, right, over here I need some glue, and then just push that down. Where's my lid? And I'm going to do the same with the middle, and use one of these gorgeous little flowers. I should have cut it out before I put it in position, really, but it's only just getting that little small bit snipped, so it didn't really make no difference. I could have gone with like a deeper eyelash trim, couldn't I? But I quite like how it's turned out. Right, it's got to go in there a bit more like that. Right, now just push the whole thing down and make sure the other side's still stuck. Yeah, it is. And I just looked up to make sure that the camera hadn't gone sliding out from where it's supposed to be. Right, I'm loving that, but I want one final thing to do, so I'll just grab it. Right, so for our final thing, I've got to flip it over to the back, and I want to punch a couple of holes. Let's come in about there, and how far in was I? That far. Right, so I've got 2 holes. They ain't got to be bang on, right, but I think I've done pretty well with them. Right, oh, I could have done with going a bit further down, probably, but I think that's going to be fine. Right. Oh. Right. This is where I get, oh, that's it. Right. 1. Let's see if I can do this other one without making such a song and dance out of it. Cause, right. Yay. Right, we've got our eyelets. Let's just get rid of that bit of envelope. Right, that's it. Right, so I've got a bit of ribbon. Right, I want to come through on both holes and then tie it in a knot. Oh, before I do that, I want to threadle through this lovely tassel. And yeah, that's another thing that she does, is various tassels in lovely colours, little bunches of mixed colours. Really, really nice. Right, what I'm trying to do here, which I'll probably be better off just double tying a normal knot. Just do a knot. It's not exactly a closure, but right, if I can just get this tied in a knot and then pull it. It'd help if my top and fingers weren't covered in bits of glue and eyelash trim and whatnot. Right, that's it. I just wanted to get a nice little knot. Right, it's not going to come undone, is it? Right, let's see. Right, I'll just trim them little ends that are scraggly. I missed that one. Right. So that's on there, making sure that knot is just inside where you can't see it. And then I've got a little angel and a little key. And the angel's already got a dumpling on, so I'm gonna, it's quite a big one, so both things will be able to sit on there. And then whoever has it, they can either leave it on there or they can take these off and use within a journal or on, yeah, any projects and that they wanted. And yeah, use the notebook for planning your projects and that. Why have a boring old one when you can have a lovely pretty one? Right. And so that will just come over the top like that. And right, I've got a couple of notebooks, neither of them really match this style now, so I'll probably do a nice black, pink, burgundy kind of autumn notebook for this one, because this is what I was supposed to be making it for, and it's just nothing like that at all. But I will make one that goes with this, and I'm just making sure I'm getting caught on there, that's why I'm not going nowhere. That's it. Right, so see, that fits in nicely. Or I've got another one. This ain't finished either, it's just part done. This is the silver grey in Zach's fringing, and it's beautiful, isn't it? And what I thought with that, you could put it in upside down, and then it goes over like that. Yeah, no, it makes it look funny. I wouldn't do that. I was just saying. But yeah, it's still, even with trim on the bottom, it fits nicely inside, and then that just flips over. And yeah, there'll be some ephemera in these pockets, and a little notebook that matches it. But I've really enjoyed doing this. I hope you've enjoyed coming along for the ride with me. I'm really pleased with how this patch has turned out. It's really strong, and yeah, I can't wait to fill it with matching notebook and ephemera. So I think we'll do that in my next video. We'll make a notebook that goes with this, and in the meantime I'm gonna sit without my internet and make pouches for these notebooks that I've already covered. So thank you very much for joining me. I've really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you've enjoyed it as well. It's been loads of fun, and I just hope that well, by the time you're watching this I will have internet back. But just, yeah, so it's not worth saying keep your fingers crossed for me, is it? You're not going to see it. I'll keep my own little fingers crossed. I'll try and yeah, just be getting onto them like we have been every day, and every day they're saying the same thing. Oh, it's scheduled for today, so I can't do nothing about it, because it's not the end of the day yet. They could still turn up, and every day we ring them back and they go, oh yeah, it's scheduled for today, and they keep doing it. And as soon as we're new customers, I'm not impressed. But hopefully their internet speeds and price and everything like that will make it worth the while. But until then, I'll just sit here on my own, working away, and keep your fingers crossed that I'm back soon. Thank you for watching. Love you loads. Bye for now. Take care.